Hello everyone, I welcome you back to your guide YouTube show. My name is Miriam Zalwango and I'm your host for the show. Here with me we're having our guest, Mr. Mathias Mugisha, who is a photojournalist and as well the CEO of Snap Uganda travel company. I would love him to share a little more about him so that we can get to know who he is.
Yeah, my name is Mathias Mugisha. I am a photographer, but the most important thing in my work is that I love it. I am a photojournalist by training, but I love nature, so most of the time I do nature photography. And we started Snap Uganda tours to help tourists, photographers,
Yes.
who want to visit Uganda and take good pictures. We know where to take them and at what time to take them.
That's so beautiful. Yes, so we would like to go through a series of questions to our viewers, and these are to help out people out there to get to know more about the photography part of the work, the artwork you do, and how the travel company operates as well.
Yeah, okay. There are tourists who come when they want to photograph Uganda, when they are photographers. So we have itineraries which are tailor-made for photographers. The itineraries are made by photographers for photographers. For example, a general tour, you will go on a game drive, see animals, whatever you see, you are happy with it, whether you take a good picture or not. But then in our travel photography, if somebody wants a picture of a hippo yawning, we know what time hippos are likely to yawn and where to find them. So we give them time and privacy. So if you need to sit for 5 hours to wait for a particular picture, we have the time for you.
Yes, so Mr. Mugisha, what specifically inspired you to do photography and how has your journey evolved through the years?
My father was a teacher, science teacher, but he was also doing photography as a hobby.
It was a hobby?
It was a hobby. He started it as a hobby.
Okay.
But then people liked his pictures, so he started taking pictures, and we had a dark room at home.
Okay.
So when I was like 4 or 5 years, I knew how to process pictures, to develop pictures in the dark room.
Okay.
On my 6th birthday, he gave me a camera as a birthday present. That is how my journey started when I was 6 years.
6 years.
But unfortunately, or fortunately, I don't know, I was very curious. I wanted to know how pictures are formed inside the camera. So I dismantled it. I thought there was a man maybe
inside
camera who paints. I didn't find anybody. Okay. And I failed to assemble it back. So I lost my present. But that marked the beginning of my journey.
Wow.
Yes, yeah.
So how has it evolved over the years from 6 years to where you are right now? How has it evolved from that place?
Photography evolving. Okay, there are many things that have evolved. Have also evolved.
Yes.
And the photography has also evolved.
Yeah.
So we had negatives.
Negatives, then the
film. There were big negatives. I saw them. Then there was this 50mm negatives.
Did I find that?
Yeah, 35mm. These they were common, the common negatives, common films, small,
Yes.
the
Yes,
small
I
ones.
remember that.
And okay, when after I got that, after I dismantled my camera, I sort of forgot about it. But then in secondary, they gave me another camera.
Wow.
It was called, it was a Russian camera. I was in senior 3. I took pictures for students. I gave somebody a film. I was in Kabale to bring it to Kampala to develop and bring me the pictures. But he misplaced it. So the students who had given me their money, they complained. They wanted their pictures. I had nowhere to give them pictures. So I was expelled from that school. Because of that. And then after I was expelled, then we found the what? The negative, the film. The man developed it, in fact, and he misplaced it. So I went back and said, okay, these are your pictures. But then, okay, that one, that is also part of what I went through to become a photographer and a journalist, because of course my father as a science teacher wanted me to be a doctor. I was not very much interested, but then I had the calling. I could do everything. I write very well. I could write if I want. If I want to take pictures, I take good pictures. So that's how I ended up in journalism.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a very beautiful journey. From 6 years.
Yes.
To right where you are right now.
I was good at science because I did the PCB.
Wow.
But okay, it was my life was not. It was not my passion. It wasn't. It wasn't. I was more comfortable being free. Yeah. So in journalism, I've worked with not many news media organizations, but few, but for a long time. I was my biggest time, my longest working time was at New Vision. Where I worked there from 1998.
So you worked with New Vision
From 1998 to 2013.
Wow. 1998 to 2013.
Yes.
Was quite some good time.
Yes, yeah.
Yes, so what were your experiences with New Vision like? How did you get there? How was your experience with it? How did it work out within you?
I went to, there was a newspaper based at Bulange. I've forgotten its name. And it was popular on CBS. So I went there with my good photography work I was looking for a job. Okay. Said I'm a photographer, I take good pictures, and this is what I say. Oh, the pictures are very good, but you go to Ankole, if you see cows mating, take pictures. So I was not happy. I went to New Vision. They gave me a job. They said, when do you want to start? Said, can you start tomorrow? I said, yes. I started work at New Vision without, on merit.
Wow.
Before that, I was working for a magazine called Chic Magazine. So my journey at New Vision made me what I am. Because I wanted to go into sports photography because my hobby was chasing rally cars and taking cars when they are flying. So I had good pictures. But then I ended up at a news desk as a news photographer. Then with the time, I wrote some features and they liked, hey, you man, you are good at writing. So now I ended up as a photographer and as a writer. And then I went into magazines because I had worked for a magazine called Chic Magazine before. So we started a magazine called Bride and Groom.
Bride and Groom
Yes.
magazine.
Then we had Flair magazine.
I remember all those magazines.
It was
used
also
to love them a
it
lot.
was Flair magazine. So me as
were you the person behind the Bride
I was the
and Groom?
photographer behind those
Wow.
magazines. And of course there were other people like the late Ketra Kamugasa in Flair magazine. She was mostly the brain behind those magazines. But then me, I am also happy to say that I was also the photographer behind the magazines.
That's so beautiful. And so, Mr. Mugisha, I've seen your work is quite different from the work I've been seeing around. Like, what really sets it apart from the photographs taken by other photographers around the country or in any other place? Like, what sets you apart from these other different people?
I don't know whether I'm different, because I've seen photographers doing a great job, taking pictures, and I admire, I admire good pictures myself. But one thing is passion.
Passion.
And patience. Okay?
Yes.
As I told you, 20 years, 500 birds.
20 years, 500 birds.
Out of 1,060 something.
Yes.
So, if you don't have patience, there's nothing much you can do. I took the first bird in Sese Island, around 1001. First, I still have that picture.
Wow.
So my work mostly is what people see every day and take for granted. Some of the subjects are seen every day. Some are not seen, I have to look for them. So I can say I want a picture of this bird and it can be found in Semuriki. So I go there in Semuriki for a week and I fail to get it. You come back with nothing, but you don't give up. Then two is to have the eye. By the way, it is like now in creative photography, you can photograph something very common, something very simple, but somebody likes it and they want to buy it at any cost. Okay?
Yes,
they want to buy it at any cost. I have sold a picture. I sold the picture at $150. Just not a print, but a soft copy, with royalty free. Okay, I can sell it 1 million times. Okay.
Wow. Yes.
Whoever brings that money will take. So I'm not selling you my copyright or no limitations. And that thing is I found it in my compound. It is a weed. Everybody is getting rid of that weed. But I woke up in the morning and the sun was hitting it at a very particular angle where it was lit, and then behind it there was no light. So the background is dark, but my weed is very well illuminated.
Wow.
So I think that is what makes a difference.
Yes, welcome back from the short break. I'm still here with Mr. Mugisha. Yes, so I would love to ask this, of course, Mr. Mugisha. You know, Uganda is known to be the pearl of Africa. How do you use photography to capture its beauty and as well promote tourism from the work you're doing?
Okay, I always move with my camera.
Okay.
It takes maybe like 8 hours from here to Kabale, right? Chisoro, eh?
Yes.
But me, I will take 2 days, eh?
2 days.
Yes.
It takes 8 hours from here to
Yes.
reach Kabale. But as for you, you'll take 2 days.
2 days.
Doing what on the road?
Stopping and photographing, stopping and shooting, everything from the
beautiful
roadside,
scenery you find.
you know, roadside businesses, crafts, cows, landscapes. So
Whichever thing you find, you have to take a snap of it.
some people don't see. Most people don't see, but they ask, why are you stopping? Say, don't you see that? Say, what's wrong with that? Sometimes it is a stone. Eh?
And you have to stop and take a picture of that rock.
Yes.
Wow.
So I comb everything I can see.
Wow.
Because everything is Ugandan.
Everything is Ugandan and everything is beautiful.
Yes. Markets, landscapes, cows, rocks, trees, insects, birds. So, I mean, I can take 1 week from here to Kabale.
Wow.
So, you asked how I use the pictures to promote
tourism in Uganda.
Tourism in Uganda, yes. Okay, one, images in the VIP lounge at Entebbe Airport. When you go there, inside, you'll find my pictures. So, a visitor coming through Entebbe Airport in the VIP lounge
and
will see my pictures about Uganda before he or she sees anything else. So, I'm promoting it. So you can go and see the pictures of culture, the Karimajong dancing a Donga dance. I do exhibitions regularly. I have a collaboration with Sheraton Hotel. I also publish books. I've published a mini coffee table book about birds in Uganda. Uganda has about over 1,000 bird species. I've photographed 500. It has taken me 20 years.
It has taken you 20 years to photograph most 500 bird species in Uganda.
They are not easy to photograph.
Wow.
They do not wait for you.
They do not wait for you.
So I made a book.
Wow.
When Uganda Wildlife Authority was making a redesign of their website, I was the photographer.
Wow.
For that website. So most of the pictures they started with to launch that website. I'm the one who took them. I was also involved in doing a catalog, online catalog for UTB, Uganda Tourism Board.
Uganda Tourism Board.
Yes, in photography. And people ask me for pictures to do websites, to publish books. So I have a big database of pictures about Uganda.
Wow, and that promotes tourism.
Yes, it does promote tourism.
Yeah.
And I want, if I can join hands with anybody who thinks like me, we should have the beauty of Uganda in every hotel room in Uganda.
That's a very good idea.
Why should you have a painting of winter? Somebody is running away from winter, comes to Uganda, and first thing they see in their room is a painting of winter which they are running away from.
They should have a
beautiful sunset of Uganda. You know.
Wow.
Nice cultural pictures. So,
Yes, so what are the most breathtaking or beautiful places you've been to within Uganda and you would love people to actually go and explore them as well?
There is a Doorway Island.
Doorway Island, I've seen that in some video. I've not been there as well.
It is a very beautiful place.
Wow. Please look out for Doorway Island.
Then, as a photographer, sometimes I create beautiful pictures out of something that is very ordinary. But I like photographing Semuriki. The
symbolic features.
Yeah, but mostly the hot spring at sunset with the sun behind it. It creates very beautiful pictures. Then Kidepo National Park, very picturesque place, very, very beautiful. So I would advise people who want to see natural beauty to go to Kidepo. But then, on the other hand, it depends on one's interest. But me, the national parks that can keep me very busy 24 hours. It's like Chibare National Park and Semuriki National Park. Because I am there photographing plants. I'm there photographing birds, photographing butterflies, photographing so many small details which people don't think about.
Yes.
If I am in a Savannah National Park, the main aim mostly is big game, animals. Where are the animals? You have not seen the animals, you are disappointed. Me, I see a plant, I'm not disappointed.
You'll take a picture of that plant.
Yes, I cannot fail to get, even here, where we are. Because, okay, that is tree. You know the name of the tree? But it can have beautiful. Now here, you see the lighting.
Yes.
You see the lighting of that leaf.
Yes.
The leaf. You see the leaf.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, if you draw a picture of that leaf with this lighting, it's going to be a masterpiece.
Wow.
Yeah. So the beauty is everywhere.
Everything is just beauty. Wow. Yes, so we're still here with Mr. Mugisha, Mathias, and as we move on to the next question, I would love to tell him that there are many youths out there who are just starting up with photography, and which advice would you give to them? Because many of them, they find themselves in a place whereby they are still trying to find a place where they should actually specialize in, and they shouldn't just capture things because the people who may not actually discover themselves, like what their basics are too. But which advice would you give to someone who is just starting up photography and they're still trying to figure out what they should actually specialize with or something like that?
The first advice, I mentioned it, is patience. Are you doing it for money, or you are doing it to be perfect? to improve your skill, to get experience, because photography is very wide. Yeah? Some people do weddings. Some people do portraits. Some photographers do different things. So a photographer who is starting should first know how the camera works. Technology is improving, many things are automated, but if you gave me a camera of 1906, I would take a better picture than a camera of 2025. Nothing has ever changed. It's just automation, but based on the original principles. So first to know how a camera works, because as you go deeper, you want to be creative, you want to be technical.
Yes.
You will find that there are some technical skills you need to take certain pictures which automation cannot give you. So everything will be manually set on your camera. If you have a camera that cannot be set manually, that is a camera for amateurs. And you know, technology is also improving. Things are improving. Technology is very fast. Mobile phones, everybody now can take a picture with a phone. So we are competing with everybody, even babies. Okay?
How do you compete with a baby in the world of photography?
We are competing with the babies because they can take a picture which is better than yours. You get it?
Okay.
Because those cameras on the phone, at the right time, in the right weather, they will take a good picture.
Yes.
But technically, it is inferior in quality. When you go to technicalities, it cannot be considered. In some platforms where I say mobile phone pictures, no, because there is a reason. When you put it in the right software to look at the properties of that picture, you find it is lacking. It can look good on the screen because the eye is sensitive up to 74 dpi, 72 dpi resolution. But when you want to print, it has to be 300 dpi. But the eye will not tell that difference from 72 to 300. So most cameras, their pictures, the size is set at 72 for the screen. So when you go into printing, you find you cannot print a big picture from the phone. So that is sometimes people who want some quality work, that is where I beat the babies, but they beat me. Okay.
Oh, wow. Yes, so Mr. Mugisha, in case someone would like to access your work, like where would you direct that person to go to?
Okay, I have my profile at Mathias Mugisha.
Okay.
At Arame.
At Mathias Mugisha.
It is arame.com/Mathias Mugisha. So you'll find my pictures, about over 4,000.
Wow.
Over 4,000 pictures.
At
arame.com/Mathias
Mugisha.
Okay,
at arame.com/Mathias Mugisha, you'll have to access all of his work. There are over 4,000 pictures there. Yes, so the other thing, Mr. Mugisha, you talked about Snap Uganda as a travel company. Yeah, would you tell us more about what this travel company does and its aims and things about it so that the public can actually get to know about it?
Snap Uganda, the word snap means
Snap.
taking pictures.
Yes.
So we snap
Uganda.
Uganda.
Okay.
We train photographers. If I go with you and you are lacking in technical knowledge, we will be teaching you so that you come back with good pictures.
Okay.
There are people say, Uganda is very beautiful. I'm a photographer. I want to go and photograph Uganda. But you have never been there.
Okay.
So, who is going to help you? It is Snap Uganda. Okay? You say, take me along on your photography trips. I want to take pictures. You will come back with good pictures.
Wow.
Okay? You tour as you take good pictures.
Good pictures.
Okay, we do so many things, but they are all photography related.
Okay.
For example, we do documentaries. We also restore old and torn pictures. Pictures of some people have small pictures of like their great-grandfathers, grandparents, but you find the picture is faded, it is torn, it has no eyes. So we restore.
You restore everything in that picture.
Yes, we restore.
Like the way it was.
Yeah, if one eye has survived, we restore.
Replicate.
We restore. Yeah.
Okay.
If part of the lips has survived, we can restore.
Wow.
Yeah. If it has lines, it is torn, it is what? No, we restore and it becomes very, very fresh.
Wow. So if you're out there having your old picture and you would like to retrieve it, Snap Uganda has got you sorted. Please don't throw them away, just bring them back. We shall restore them for you.
And we have also, people bring things you don't plan for. People have brought all the CDs that say, okay, this CD, it was for my wedding, but it cannot play. You put it in the computer, it can't play. You put it in the DVD player, it cannot
play.
But we have a way we can recover that material which was there. Then people bring all the VHS videotapes. This was my wedding in 1970. This was my wedding in 1980 something. It is on this big tape. There's no machine to play that tape today. So we are, because of demand, we started those services also of converting analog video into digital. Yes.
Wow, that's so beautiful.
So that one, there are people suffering.
There are very many people suffering out there. They didn't know about this, but right now they've gotten to know.
Yes.
And I'm sure they will come
because that one,
their work back.
that one, their weddings, their graduations, everything. We'll just make it digital and also improve on the quality, the original quality of it. We can improve on it. Then you take it on a flash and start playing. So they should not throw them away.
Wow.
They should keep them away. Even if they are audio tapes, audio, this is for radio cassettes.
Yes, the radio cassettes.
For radio cassettes, everything there, we restore.
Wow. Thank you so much, sir. So basically, that's what Snap Uganda does. taking around people who would love to take photography or to take around pictures in Uganda. So basically that's what you do, taking them to the right places in the right time, giving them guidelines on everything. Wow.
And
that's
in
so
addition
beautiful.
to that,
Okay.
we also do photo shoots.
Yeah, you do photo shoots in different tourist sites.
Yes.
Okay. Wow. So the travel company is Snap Uganda, and you've actually heard what it does. In case you're out there and you would love beautiful and scenic areas to have your snaps from, just come to Snap Uganda. You'll be helped out. Yeah, so we are in the very last segment of our show with Mr. Mugisha, and I would love him to give us some of the mistakes, some of the common mistakes done by photographers, and simple little bit of advice on how this can be avoided as they keep up with their work.
It is hard for me to comment about mistakes, because sometimes people take abstract even photography, where you look at the picture, you don't understand what it is. It's not a mistake, you are not in the head of the photographer.
Yes.
But the basic mistakes that should not be made: one, a picture should be in focus.
It should be in focus.
Two, it should have enough light. It should not be overexposed or underexposed. Yeah, in composition there are rules. The rules of 1/3. But I mean, it's art, so even a mistake becomes a design. Okay. So I cannot say always follow the rules of composition or what. No, it is free because it is a creative, space. You have to be creative. And sometimes creativity annoys others, and they might say, why did he do this? But as long as the picture has focus, it is sharp, it is well exposed.
Well exposed, not under.
Not over.
Not overexposed. Okay.
Then you look at it and say, what did this person want to take? If I take a picture of here, you see trees, you see buildings, you see what is the subject. Sometimes the picture has no subject, but it is a what?
A picture.
But it is a picture. So, but to photographers, I think every picture should have a subject. Sometimes it is hidden for you to think hard and find out what was he trying to get. But at least it should have a subject where you can see a subject. But I will not say a subject should be within the space recommended in the rules of 1/3. You can put your subject anywhere, but professional framing, you have to follow the rules.
Okay.
If you are entering it in a competition, always follow the rules.
Okay.
If your picture is there to annoy professionals or people who, it is also welcome. So I will not say mistakes. But a picture without focus, which is not well exposed, those are grave mistakes.
Yes, so as you've heard from Mr. Mugisha, we should always have a point of focus when taking these pictures. And he tells us that photographers who are out there, don't take them to be as mistakes in photography, but rather it can as well be your own point of creativity, right? Yes, so as we wrap up our show, in your own view, Mr. Mugisha, what would it mean to you, like, to be your own guide? Your own guide, like, in your own view, what does it mean to be your own guide?
Now, I don't know in which context. It depends on the context where I am my own guide.
Your own guide through tourism in a specific place. Let's take it to be for Uganda. Yes.
If I want to guide myself,
Guiding yourself about Uganda.
I am doing a book. It is about 100 days around Uganda. It's a coffee table book.
Wow.
I can show you. So I guided myself when I was doing that book.
Okay.
So if I have to be my own guide, I will guide myself to where I have not been.
Wow.
Okay? Because they are very popular places, but I say, no, that one I've been there so many times, but I need to go to
somewhere you've not
but
been.
now I would want to guide myself to Bigo Byamujenyi, a historical site. Have you heard about it?
Yes, Bigo Byamujenyi. Wow.
Bigo Byamujenyi, to photograph the ruins of those Bachweze, whatever. You know, there is a very rich history behind Bigo Byamujenyi.
Yes, so most of the history about the Bachweze is centered in Bigo Byamujenyi.
Yeah, it has a connection with the Bachweze.
Oh.
But what's surprising is that it was excavated by archaeologists and they found some items which were most probably brought by Arabs 1,000 years ago. Okay?
Yes.
So its history is more than 1,000 years ago. They were buying imported materials 1,000 years ago. Okay?
Wow. Yes.
So I have not photographed it. I want to photograph it.
Wow. So that's what you would take as being your very own guide.
I am going to guide myself to Bigo Byamujenyi. You can come along.
Okay. Yes. So our viewers out there, so Mr. Mugisha has told us in his own context of view, being your own guide, he would love it if he takes himself to a place where he has never been before. Yes, so we are very, very grateful for hosting you today, Mr. Mugisha. We are so pleasured and humbled for all the information you've shared with us. Could you please share with us these different platforms on which people can reach out to you?
Yeah, you can follow us on Instagram, Snap Uganda. You can follow me on Facebook, Mathias Mugisha. You can follow Snap Uganda on Facebook. Then you can follow me on Twitter, Mathias Mugisha.
Wow, so hopefully you've heard about Mr. Mathias Mugisha, and of course give him a follow because he has very beautiful contests to follow up on. I thank you so much for watching our show today, and I would love you to like, share and comment on our videos because this will push us up and let's promote tourism together. Thank you so much. This is your guide show, showing every Sunday at 2 p.m. on YouTube. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.